Let's now come to the evaluation operators. Now, JSON schema is something I covered in the document schema module. You could also use it in a query to find elements that have a certain document schema. So you set up a schema there as a value just as shown for validation. Mod is the modulus operator. So here you could basically divide a field value with a certain number and then check if the result is okay for you. Text is something I'll come back to later in the indexes module. Where is deprecated and basically replaced with expression. So in the next lectures, we'll have a look at expression and regex. And let's start with regex. Regex allows you to search for text. And for that, I'll switch back to my movie data database and run some query on my movies. Remember, if we quickly find one, there we also have a summary field. Now let's say we want to search for a text snippet in there. We want to search for a musical, just because I see it here. Now what we could of course think that it will work is that we access our movies and then we find all movies where summary, that was the field name, is equal to musical. But if I do it like this, I find no entries because this looks for full equality. So it would find all documents where summary is exactly equal to musical, written like this. Well, musical is just one word in there though, and not the complete entry. So this does not work. Now for finding text snippets, the most efficient way of doing it is to use a text index, something you will learn about in the indexing module. But if you don't have such an index, you can't use one, or you only have very short text snippets, which summary is already a bit above, to be honest, but let's still use it, then you can use regex query. But be aware that it will not be super performant. So what you could do here is, you can specify $regex, and regex stands for regular expression, which is a way of searching text for certain patterns. Now you can dive deeper into regex. Setting up these patterns can be quite complex. We'll keep it simple here. A pattern is always surrounded by forward slashes, and in between you define your pattern. The simplest pattern possible is that you just type a word. And now this will not look for full equality, but it will look for this word in all summaries and return all documents where in the summary this word can be found. So if I now hit enter, now we find this item here where we see musical here. And note that it's a different item than we saw before, because if I scroll up, then here we have the musical comedy we saw earlier. So this is regex, nice for searching text, but not the most efficient way of doing that. Hence, definitely have a look at the text index in the indexes module. Now that was regex. Now what does expression do?